Morning, Seb here from Auto World, and I am joined by Philip from the 4x4 department, and we are bringing you a brand new segment called Car Boot Banter. And naturally, we are sitting in the back of a boot.
Not any boot.
Not just any boot.
The brand new MUX,
Yep.
New facelift version, automatic tailgate, lots of space, 6th and 7th seats. I'm very comfortable. You comfortable?
I'm super comfortable.
It's a great place to tailgate before a rugby game.
Right, and in this segment, we are asking all sorts of people, you viewers out there, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, to ask us questions about this, that, and everything about Isuzu, the D-Max, and the MUX.
We will answer it as best and as seriously as we feel we need to.
Hopefully. Right, on that note, a few weeks ago, I put up a post on our Instagram story inviting all of you to ask us any questions you may have about the Isuzu, whether it's the D-Max or the new MUX, and we're going to go through a couple right now. Right, question number one, what is the maximum towing capacity of the Isuzu D-Max?
It is rated to 3.5 tons.
3.5 tons. Okay, so let's break that down. A camp trailer, a standard box camp trailer, probably weighs how much?
Unloaded, probably 750 to 800 kilos.
Okay, so fully loaded tents, water, jerry cans.
Depending on what you load, with maybe a battery system, the size of your water and extra fuel tanks could be anywhere between 1.5 to 2 tons.
Okay, so relatively easy for the D-Max.
Relatively
1.5
easy.
2 tons.
That would be a horse box with some horses in it as well.
Or a riverboat on a trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it, 3.5 ton tow capacity, easy to pull just about everything. Question number two, what is the power output of the new Isuzu D-Max? Now, this question wasn't specific enough to whether it's the 3-litre engine or the 1.9, so let's start with the 3-litre.
3-litre is 140 kilowatts and 450 newton meters of torque.
And the 1.9?
Is 110 kilowatts and 350 newton meters of torque.
Okay, so both engines, back to the drawing board, that's what Isuzu did, and they both produce more kilowatts, more horsepower, more torque than the previous engines that came out of the 6th gen. That's correct, eh?
So replacing the old 3-litre and the old 2.5.
All right. Question number three, what is the fuel consumption that comes out of both those engines? So, look, I drive a 3-litre MUX. It's a little bit accessorized, it's got big tires, it's got a bull bar on the front and a roof rack, and that's getting me around 9.6, 9.5 k's per litre around town. If I'm on a road trip, I'm probably getting 10.3 out of the 3-litre. You've driven the 1.9 quite a few times. What do you think?
I have. The 1.9 is great. I know that Isuzu South Africa, they did a challenge where they drove from Joburg to Cape Town and they got great figures around the 17k to the litre mark. The 1.9 being smaller is going to be a lot more sensitive to fuel quality, and then like you said, your 3 litres accessorized and it drops it a little bit. The 1.9 you'll feel that a lot more, so if you put accessories it's going to come down, and if your fuel's not pristine it's also going to come down, but overall it's a really efficient engine. Much like the 3 litre and the unloaded cars, we are also seeing around 10.5 around urban areas and up to 11.5, 12 on the open road. So yeah, obviously what you have on your car, how you drive it. If you have a heavy foot, it's going to be thirstier, and the smaller the engine, if you want to be pushing the speed, the harder the engine's going to have to work.
Absolutely. All right, there you have it. Good fuel consumption all around. Right, and the last question is quite an interesting one. It is about the new Arctic truck. So the question that came in was a two-part question. It was number one, what does AT35 stand for, and how is the performance and the handling of the new Arctic D-Max compared to the previous one? So first of all, AT in the AT35 stands for Arctic trucks. The 35 stands for the huge 35-inch tire that is placed on the Arctic D-Max. To answer the second question is a little bit difficult because we don't have an Arctic truck. We are hoping to have one in the near future, hopefully in the next few months. But what are your thoughts?
Well, we do know that Bilstein have built a custom suspension to the AT35 truck, and Bilstein is a company with a reputable brand, and they've been around for ages. They are in the rally world, they're in the racing world, so they know what they're doing. And if they've been allowed to get hold of an AT truck and build it to that truck, it'll handle great. The they will probably put a little bit more science into it than our Kushika Shika taxi drivers that simply hang their arm out the door, and when their knuckle touches the ground, it's too loaded, so people need to get out. So we can look forward to that. It'll handle a lot better than that, but we are super excited to get our hands on the first one.
Yeah, we sure are. Now, what we can tell you, it will have the same engine and drivetrain as the high-spec D-Max or the V-Cross, so you're still getting the same engine performance, 140 kilowatts, 450 newton meters of torque. It'll probably come with a few extra bells and whistles, but when we do have an Arctic truck on our hands, we'll do a video just on that particular vehicle and give you the ins and outs of that particular truck.
It will be great. I mean, the D-Max already looks like an aggressive car. It makes an impression where it goes. You know, you add those big tires and a few more flares, it's going to be quite something to see on the road. Absolute
off-road beast. Stay tuned. Right, guys, those are our 4 questions for today's Car Boot Banter. Thanks for joining us. We will be doing this more regularly in the future, so if you have any other queries, questions, issues, concerns that you want to throw our way, please send us a message. We've got WhatsApp numbers on the website, email addresses, message us on Facebook or Instagram. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, there's a lot of topics that come up, you know, questions in the shop, questions at events, and we will talk about those. But if you have questions, I'd love to answer those more directly than topics that we feel we need to talk about. So please send them through, anything and everything, whether it's the stuff on the new vehicles or stuff on the 4x4. Fire them our way, and it'd be lovely to chat about them.
Sounds good. Right, and we are going to end today's session with a demonstration of one of the safety features of this MUX. Now, the power tailgate has a safety feature in such that if you find yourself in between the car and the boot as it's closing, it won't crush you, basically. So on that note, we are going to give that a go, and we'll see you next time. You sure we're not going to get squashed? I'm still alive.
I'm still alive.